I was going to show y'all basically what I've been doing with my apple tree. This has two apples grafted on here. One's a red delicious and one's a yellow delicious. They're columnar trees, means they'll grow straight up. They're not going to spread out. And basically what I did last year is I did a saddle graft. Well, excuse me, not saddle graft. It was cleft graft. Yeah, I cleft graft all these right here, and I'll bring you in close so I can show you what I did. If you look at that, you'll see where I basically split the limb, stuck the graft in there, and then taped it up. And that's one thing that's very important once you graft it, is to make sure you wrap your graft up with this graft tape. It helps the wound to heal and take the graft into place. So what I'm going to be doing now is actually trimming this main leader right here. I'll bring you in right here. Alright, this main leader got to come out, because this is part of the original tree. So what happens now is that when you trim out this main leader, which it was applying nutrients for the tree so these grafts can take place. So since I've cut that off, now all the nutrients will go up into these grafts right here. And where I've grafted these, I've got to wait and see which one's going to take a hold the best. And then whichever one takes a hold the best, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to trim out one or two of them so they won't get overcrowded. One thing you got to make sure you have is a good grafting knife. This is one I use. So right now I'm going to be applying some tree wound. Some tree wound tar. And actually last year was my very first year to actually do this. And honestly I was stoked when I saw my grafts take a hold. I come out here every day just staring at them. I know that's weird to some people, but I love. This is one of my bucket list things to do, is to actually come out and graft an apple tree. But the two apple trees I put on here are complementary to each other, so they will pollinate each other quite well. So the reason why I grafted this tree is because it wasn't producing. Honestly, it's one of those trees you get on sale at Walmart or Home Depot, wherever, and you don't never know. Those varieties are just so. Or I say the varieties are produced, and it's like they just really don't care what you get. So I had these other trees that I had grown about 4 or 5 years ago. They're doing quite well, so therefore I just went ahead and grafted these on there. All right, so now what you want to do is that you want to look at the limbs here, and any of the limbs that are like growing inward, that you want to take them out. Like this one right here, you want to cut it out because you want to get it like almost like a goblet effect. When I say goblet, it's like a cup. You want to kind of grow out and keep the center open. Here's one over here I'm gonna cut out. every time you walk away, you look, you see one that you say, oh, I should have cut that one. You know, so. And I'm not no expert, I'm self-taught. I'm just watching videos and doing. All right, so one thing I want to show you is that, let me get behind the camera here. All right, when you do choose a limb to keep, there's one thing that's very important. You want to keep a limb that is, see how this one kind of swoops out? You don't want to keep a limb that is like this right here. You don't want to keep a limb that's got a V. Let me get right over here. Yeah, like a V shape. So what happens is when it gets a load on it, and the apples, you know, just are plentiful, and you just get a ton of apples, all of a sudden you'll come out and you'll see your limb is split off. Well, if you get one that comes out like this right here, kind of like sways out a good, I guess it was at 90 degrees, it grows a lot better and it holds a load better. And if you look right here, if you look here at this graft, I'll bring you in closer. This is a cleft graft. It didn't take last year. Out of 7 grafts, I had one that did not take. So what I'm going to do this year is that I'm going to actually, it's going to grow out right here. So I'm going to cut it back right here. So I had this limb to shoot out right there, and I will graft it on the out, so it's growing out. But I just gotta wait and see how it grows. If not, I'll just trim it off. You don't want to have too many grafts on there. I say grafts. You don't want to have too many limbs on there, so that you want to be able to supply a bunch of nutrients to everything. So the only thing I gotta wait for now is to look at the grafts here, and I've got to decide which one that I'm going to actually cut off. Looks like from last year, this is from last year, it grew all last year, and this one doesn't look like it took too good, so most likely I'll be cutting that one right there off. I'm debating. It's hard to cut them off, but it makes the tree healthier. So what happens if I cut this one off, that means it won't be so overcrowded right here. So yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and cut that one off right now. I know I got to cut one. I need to cut one of these off. I'm gonna wait and see how it grows, which one starts taking off, because since I cut that main leader off, and I'll have to make that decision later. I hate to cut any of them off. One thing that I need to do, this one right here, see this one right here is growing inward towards the center, and you want to keep the center open. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one off. I just lost what I was going to say. So I will try off I see where I need to grab. And we're done. As you can see, I went ahead and cut one of them off because it was the smaller one, and I'll have to choose on that. Cut the main leader off. Everything's looking good. All right, we're all finished up right here. Like I said, this time of season is good for all the trimming because the sap is out. It's not flowing right now. It won't stress the tree out too much. And I'll keep you informed on this apple tree, and we'll see what we can make out of it. Thanks for watching Fix It Like a G-Fix, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. watching. I'll see you next time on G-Fix. Oh goodness, I screwed that up. Hey, well, thanks for watching for, oh my goodness, take 3. This is number 3. Keep you informed on this tree right here, and we'll see what we can get done with it. Dang gum.